This edition of Mac Voices is brought to you by Drobo. Simple, safe, expandable storage for your data. Visit drobostore.com/MacVoices and get $40 off the Drobo Gen 3 with the code CHUCK40, or $50 off the Drobo 5D or 5N with the code CHUCK50. Mac Voices is in Las Vegas for CES. I'm Chuck Joyner. This is Bob from ONvocal. He's going to tell us about the Mix360. Something that's, I think, kind of unique here, Bob.
Definitely unique, Chuck. The reason that we formed ONvocal and we came out with the Mix360 is because there was no solution that gave you the best phone calls, the best music, the best voice command performance, and allowed you to either be in your music bubble or shutting the world out or letting the world in. So we went to no expense to build a premium Bluetooth hearable that combines our hardware platform with an extremely unique software app that allows you to mix 3 distinct sounds. And this is really what's unique about the product.
So if I understand this correctly, I can be listening to music, I can drop the music level down, but still have it playing in the back while I make a phone call?
Actually, no. The way that this works is those 3 sounds are source, which is the any sound that comes from your phone. That would be music, calls, audiobooks, or any apps that have audio. Ambient, which is the ambient sounds around the user. And voice, the sound of the user's voice as you hear it. Okay, as others hear your voice. So let me give you some practical applications of how this helps you.
Please.
So in the case of music listening, if you want to listen to music and you're walking on a city street, but you still want to be aware of what's happening around you, I can raise the source to a level 7, and then I can bring the ambient level up to a level 6, and that mix will be delivered to my ears in the earbuds. And so I'm able to rock along on the street, but still be aware of that bus that's coming from the left.
Which is kind of important.
Exactly. In the case of voice, what happens when you wear earbuds and you're talking to a microphone is you can't articulate your own voice. You don't know how loud you're speaking. You don't know your pronunciation, if you're really on point when you're on an important phone call. So for phone calls, we have a special phone call preset that you set up ahead of time. And you set how loud do I want to hear the person on the other end of the call, and then how loud do I want my own voice so I can have that immediate vocal feedback, just like a musician does on stage with in-ear monitors, and I can monitor my performance, hear my voice, talk at a calm, normal level, and have a great phone call. So that's how it helps me as a business pro on the go, making a lot of phone calls, or how it helps me as a music lover when I'm out in an environment where I want to be able to be aware of my surroundings.
That's great, because on the way over here today, there are people with earphones in and they're completely oblivious to what's going on, whether it's you walking toward them or the bus, like you say, coming from the side. Frankly, it's a little scary at times.
Exactly. And technology is supposed to drive us forward, and these supercomputers that we carry around with us called smartphones are supposed to connect us more in the world. But what we have seen is that these devices, the phone combined with ordinary headphones and headsets, actually have us looking down and have us isolated from the world around us. Again, there are times when you want to be isolated, but in those times where you'd rather be heads up and be aware of what's happening while still interacting with your smartphone capabilities, that's really what we're here and why we're trying to transform the art of listening.
You're wearing one of the units now.
I am.
What kind of battery life does it have when it's fully charged?
When it's fully charged, we have 9 hours of continuous use for music play and or phone calls, plus our special features of ambient and voice.
Oh, that's very nice. So this, I realize in some states this is illegal, so check your local laws, folks. But this I could wear in the car and have music going straight into my ears, not blaring and blocking everything out, and yet still be aware of what's going on around me.
As you said, Chuck, you should check with your local laws. But yes, in any situation really where awareness is important to you, or in any situation where having good vocal control is a benefit to you, our product really comes in and shines. And again, we're the only ones who have this unique ability to mix these three distinct sounds and control your own personal soundscape, really curate how you want to take the world in or shut it out, how you want to hear your voice or not hear your voice. And it can be done and controlled from the app for iOS and Mac and Android, or it can be done from the hardware buttons. So I can also completely operate the device hands-free from the buttons that are on the neckband and the button that's on the earbud.
So what kind of price are we talking about for this?
The price is $349. We are running an introductory pre-order on our website right now, which is onvocal.com, at $299 to the end of January. And we expect the product to be available for consumers in May.
Terrific. That answers all the questions.
Great, Chuck. Thank you.
Bob, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Folks, we'll have more from International CES in Las Vegas. I'm Chuck Joyner. This is Mac Voices. Visit MacVoices.com for links, show notes, to subscribe, to connect with Chuck on Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and the Mac Voices blog. Subscribe to our weekly newsletter, the MacVoices Dispatch, to stay up to date on all the latest Mac Voices news from our front page or at macvoices.com/newsletter. Do more with your Apple tech by subscribing to the free Mac Voices magazine on Flipboard by visiting macvoices.com/magazine. Advertising and sponsorships handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.